Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. You can also find us on all your favorite social media platforms. Hundreds of audio animatronics bring many of our favorite Disney characters to life. These robotic figures are very impressive, but with their complexity, animatronics are bound to fail, malfunction, and break down. It just happens. Now, thanks to submissions from viewers like you, today we have a lot of hilarious and wild malfunctions to share. If you've caught a fail or malfunction on camera, you can submit it to www.tpmvids.com for a chance to have it featured in a future video. Now you know how this works, so let's count down the top 10 Disney fails and animatronic malfunctions, part 17. Number 10. The American Adventure at Epcot is one of the lesser talked about attractions at Walt Disney World. The show features dozens of very impressive animatronics, but things get a bit twisted for Mark Twain in this first submission from Naomi.
Dr. Franklin is our genuine American antique. I suppose our story begins with you.
Actually, it started long before even my time.
He really did a number on that arm. This is what we all look like trying to reach into the back seat to grab something off the floor. Almost got it. You know you've been there. Then in the finale, Ben Franklin gets caught up channeling that same energy Mark Twain had in this next clip sent in by Amy Edwards.
I may have invented these bifocals I'm wearing, but I can assure you they are not rose-colored. Mr. Twain, the golden age never was the present age. But with human liberty, we can fulfill the promise and meaning of America.
The song from Pinocchio is a lot more appropriate. Now, doesn't it look like his sleeve might be caught on a piece of metal or plastic behind him? Like when he moves, it looks like there's a bit of resistance pulling against the sleeve. Or maybe he just literally threw his whole shoulder into it and malfunctioned. We'll never know. Number 9. King Triton in the finale of the Little Mermaid ride always seems very proud that Ariel has left the sea and has chosen to marry Prince Eric. Well, in this next submission from Kayleen Perry, I think he's showing how he really feels. He's a nervous wreck. He doesn't want you to go, Ariel. Don't roll your eyes, he's gonna miss you.
What's this? You've come to a stop. Maybe it's that siege. Listen to me. Stay chilling in your cloud shell while I get to the bottom of this.
I love how loud and aggressive that shake is. And this isn't the first time he's been like this either. Then in this next submission from Madeline, he just goes into complete shock. He's at a pure loss. He's even blinking for help. Because he looks so realistic and lifelike, this little blink is just that much more creepy. Don't you think? Number 8. Now, the Buzz Lightyear ride in Paris, which is called Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, has the same Buzz Lightyear animatronic as the ride in California. The only difference is he speaks English and French.
Star Command a bien choisi son moment pour envoyer de nouvelles recrues.
Well, over this past year in 2023, his projected face seems to be experiencing a lot more issues than normal because many TPM Vids viewers have caught malfunctions on camera, like this clip from Isabel.
Zurg is using the stolen battery cells to energize his secret weapon. Our mission is to find his robots and his secret weapon and blast them. Green Squadron will retrieve the power cells, while the rest of you concentrate on those robots.
Talk about Zurg getting him red in the face.
Planet Z. I will remain here at Star Command to coordinate the mission.
Lots of anger. I don't blame him though.
Battle stations.
Then a viewer named Hallely on YouTube caught this.
We send it to TPM Vids. Video we sent to them.
Bon, eh Bien, rangers de l'espace, écoutez attentivement. Heures de conflit, les générateurs restent focusés pour alimenter son arme secrète. Notre mission.
And thank you so much for sending this in. As you said in your submission, Buzz is definitely going through a little identity crisis. Even Lauren Barnett caught this glitch in action.
Report to the flight deck for immediate launch. To infinity and beyond.
Oh.
I gotta say though, a glitchy Buzz is better than a no-face Buzz, don't you think?
Les scanners détectent plus de problèmes dans le secteur 9.
There's a problem with that projector in your head. We should probably get maintenance to look after that. Number 7. Spaceship Earth has been home to many animatronic malfunctions, but what happens in this next one is a first. It was sent in by a viewer named Beck and has the animatronics striking poses. Just take a look.
Man's a bit glitchy, bro. Yeah.
It's like he's just voguing down the runway in slow motion.
He's a bit janky, bro. Why is he a bit janky, bro? Why?
It reminds me of one of those living statues outside tourist spots. Pretty soon, he'll be asking for quarters. I know what you're thinking though, the park already has enough nickel and diming, and yeah, I agree. This is so interesting though, because it looks like he's only hitting key positions and is missing those in-between movements that add life into the figure. Right? Like, look, it's so strange. I've never seen an animatronic do this before, have you? I guess there's a first for everything. Number 6. The next animatronic malfunction takes us on to the Carousel of Progress, where I think we should give the sun in the finale a hand. I meant give him a hand back. Give him his hand back, please.
Oh, okay. Here goes.
Now this was sent in by a viewer named Tyler Hevel, and it happened back in June of 2022. Now since then, the finale has received a bit of a facelift. All the animatronics were given new clothes and wigs, but I don't think enough work was done to the actual animatronics themselves. Just look at the sun in this submission from @ZayaWolf on Twitter.
Ooh, good shot. Did you see that? Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
Now this happened on May 22nd, 2023, and apparently he was looking out into the backyard for the whole day. Really interesting stuff back there. Quite a few viewers caught this one on camera as well, like this clip from Cameron Wyand and this one from a viewer named Ethan.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
I mean, if his head just popped right off, that wouldn't be a first for an animatronic. And just you wait. But in this next submission from Diane, Grandma is feeling a certain way about her grandson's head.
As if I burned our Christmas turkey.
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday, everything's going to be so automated, you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
Now, is it just me, or does this shaking sort of suit the grandma? Like, ironically, this looks kind of normal. Let's just say it was someone's first time riding Carousel of Progress and they saw her like this. They might easily think it's just part of the show. I mean, she's old, and unfortunately with age, sometimes there's some shaking. But, you know, as they say,
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
Number 5. We're back with another Mr. Potato Head malfunction from Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World. And you need to hear this next submission from @K_Pinkham on Instagram.
Hey, young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man.
He's like the Energizer Bunny, just keeps going and going and going.
Hey, young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man.
So Mr. Potato Head is actually operated by a cast member backstage. They look out of this camera on top of the box, then select phrases where each one has a pre-programmed movement. So I feel like this repetitive movement and dialogue is an issue of a sticky key on a keyboard situation. But in this case, it's probably like an iPad or some screen or something. Some of the phrases it can get stuck on, though, are pretty funny, like in this next submission from Bridget.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a cast member backstage almost unsticking the key. So close. He did finally stop, and the performance continued on as usual. Number 4. Just before Splash Mountain closed at Disneyland, some of the animatronics decided to let loose near the end, like Mr. Fox, sent in by Foolish Mortal 01. Then in March of 2023, Brea Rabbit got himself in a little situation in this submission from Jaren. Possessed Brea Rabbit just making a comeback for the final hurrah. Now, this specific Brea Rabbit animatronic has naturally bouncy ears. But with his neck movement being a little jittery, the ears really get that extra bit of bounce. Yeah, satisfactual isn't the word I'd use right now. I mean, he's a bit shaken up. He's been through a lot in the last 9.5 minutes.
Yes, sir, Brea Fox.
Talk about trauma. Number 3. The animatronics on Frozen Ever After give us plenty of malfunctions, and this segment is dedicated to Anna. She's really been through the ringer. But wait, there's more. This next clip is from Ella.
They were born ready.
You know, it looks like Anna's channeling her inner Evita. Patti LuPone is truly an icon. Then this next one from Christy Ann is interesting, because she's just completely frozen, then... Huh, you know what, it's just like that scene in the movie. She comes right back to life. This last submission from Lindsay W. really takes the cake and shows off the power of the projected face. Now that is what nightmares are made of. Thankfully, it seems like Disney is done using these projected faces for their major animatronic figures, especially since the Frozen ride opening soon at Hong Kong Disneyland is using a traditional face, and I would expect Paris to as well. So that will officially put an end to this. Number 2. Sunny Eclipse at Magic Kingdom is a fan favorite, and back in February, Disney refurbished the animatronic, bringing all of his functionality back to its original glory. He moves just as well as when he made his debut in 1994, but that hasn't stopped the malfunctions. On May 30th, 2023, a viewer named Boston R was eating at Cosmic Rays and noticed this. Yeah, something's quite not right with his head. Yep, Sunny's head just popped right off. He pulled an Ursula. Then another TPM Vids viewer named Ollie C just happened to be standing right beside Boston and also caught the malfunction.
Oh my god!
Considering the animatronic was recently refurbished, the bolts for his head must have not have been fully screwed on during some routine maintenance. It looks like his head is still fully functional though, like he's still singing away, really pushing through it. Number 1. On April 22nd, 2023, the second showing of Fantasmic at Disneyland seemed like a typical show. But just as Mickey defeated Maleficent, the show quickly took a turn. At around 10:52 p.m., the dragon's head burst into flames, and it wasn't long before the show was stopped.
No way.
Olivia Nolan's group really captures the intensity of this moment.
No. Dude, no way. Go get her. Go get her.
The fire was spreading rapidly, and there was nothing they could do. Now, just note, the music you're about to hear was the background music in New Orleans Square.
So, the dragon.
Now, in this submission from Kyler, you can see a liquid dripping from the mouth. It's most likely hydraulic fluid from the animatronic, and this seems to be what's fueling the fire.
Once again, this performance cannot continue due to unforeseen circumstances. Thank you.
These submissions from Timothy and Sophia show just how rapidly the flames were spreading. A brave cast member did try to extinguish the fire, but there was no hope. It was just getting more and more intense. Disney did evacuate the area, and after about 15 minutes, they were able to put the fire out. Luckily, no one was hurt, and all the cast members were safely evacuated off Tom Sawyer Island. Everyone was in disbelief. The next morning, 5 fires on YouTube caught the aftermath, and the animatronic was burnt to a crisp. All that was left was its metal base. It wasn't long before Disney either removed the animatronic or stored it back under the stage. Now, Disney did quickly repair the damage to the stage, but Fantasmic has not been performed since April 22nd. Then on July 25th, Disney announced the show would not be returning until spring of 2024. Unfortunately, when Fantasmic does return, the animatronic dragon will not be in the show. Disney said the battle between Mickey and Maleficent will be reimagined. So this group of guests who saw the animatronic burst into flames was the last group of guests to ever see the animatronic. And it wasn't that old either. It officially made its debut in the show in September of 2009, so the dragon was only 14 years old. This was truly a tragic malfunction, and it's really disappointing that this iconic Disney animatronic is now one for the history books. So, have you ever experienced an audio animatronic malfunction in person? What was that experience like? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.